halftime. Did they do anything different coming out of the half to have more success in the second half offensively?
I want to say that we just didn't finish. Great team. They had a good team over there. They made a lot of explosive plays, and I think the second half, that's what's the difference. They made a couple of explosive plays late.
Obviously, it was a huge call on James Bradberry there at the end that put them in field goal range. What did you think of the call?
I mean, it's football. Okay, like I said, I'm just trying to do my part. Yeah, that was a tough one, and like I said, I think it just come down to those big plays at the end, that big return too as well. We just got to just use this as motivation for next year.
Chiefs had a lot of offensive success in the second half. I guess what kind of adjustments did they make?
I don't know. I just feel like they got a couple passes off that they needed. We didn't get them off the field on third down. So a couple of things that we could have done better, and it just didn't work out for us.
Did anybody talk after the game? I mean, is there much that you can even say?
Not much to say, man. We lost the game. What else can we say?
How hard is it for a season that was this great for it to end this way?
It's football. You win some, you lose some. You live to fight another day. You just learn from your mistakes, and hopefully we can get it done and get back here next year.
Sirianni's team came around to most everybody in the locker room.
Yep.
What was the message from him?
Message, like you said, he just appreciated everybody. Like he saw everybody fought from day one to get to this moment, and he's sad that we couldn't win the game, but at the end of the day, we still learned a lot from this game, and we made it to the big dance, which was always the ultimate goal. I was to win it, but, we still made it to the big dance.
Obviously, we don't know your future, but how special was this group and to be a part of it?
This was amazing. Like I said, I thank Coach, everybody for vouching for me and giving me the opportunity to come on this team and showcasing my talent and just helping them get to this far. It was great.
Whatever we call, we got to be on the same page. We can't get out of gaps, just stuff like that. Like, we got to get, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I can't just pinpoint, just the little things.
What do you think was the difference in the second half for them offensively to be able to have more success?
Like I said, I mean, they were extending plays when they needed to. I mean, hats off to them. They did a good job. He was getting the ball out of his hands. The protection was good. It was just, they did what they needed to do. I don't. And then we made way too many mistakes too, so that didn't help.
Obviously, the penalty against James Bradberry was real big in that spot at the end there. What did you think of the penalty?
I mean, I'm be honest with you, I didn't even see it. I just knew it was a flag, and I mean, unfortunately, they were able to take knees, but I don't know. I don't know if it was bad call, good call. It was still thrown.
What did you think of the pressure you were able to get or not get? Obviously, you probably wanted to get more pressure in the second half on Patrick.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, they did a good job. It was quick. The passes were quick. He ran. He had a couple good scrambles, and the chipper help was just. It was good. I mean, it was all over the place. Like they were consistent with the chippers, and they had enough time to get it done. How
close was this locker room after the game, comforting each other? And I saw Nick go around and hug all of you and had a message for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, we good. I mean, no finger pointing, nothing like that. It was the message. Just stay together. I mean, do what you can do to get right. I mean, at this point, off season now, so that's all it is.
Juju motioned down to a bunch. He ran a pivot and wheel. I was just trying to get some momentum going to go back with the wheel. Of course, I pulled on his jersey, so they called it.
What's your thought on the call?
I mean, I pulled the jersey, they called holding. I was hoping they would let it ride, but it wasn't holding.
Is that something they typically let ride?
I'm not sure. I think based off the playoff games that we were in, playoff games that I saw, sometimes the refs let some things like that go, just depend on the ref.
Was that consistent with the way it was called the previous 3 quarters plus?
I think so. It was. I mean, they were pretty consistent for the most part. I just can't be blatant with it,
Have your teammates been picking you up?
Oh, yeah, I mean, everybody's in here down for the most part. You know, I feel like everybody in here has a play. You know, they wish they could get back. You know, we're picking each other up right now.
If you look at it big picture, you guys had a 10-point halftime lead. What happened in the second half?
We just gave him too many plays. You know, Pat Mahomes, he made some plays in the pass game throwing it. We weren't tight on coverage. He made some plays with his legs, got him out of some sticky situations. And they also ran the ball pretty effectively too. So we just didn't do well in all three phases.
Was the field as slippery as it looked?
I don't want to make any excuses. Field was good enough. I mean, it was kind of slick at the same time.
But do you feel like you pulled on it enough for it to be called? I mean, there's always pulling, tugging, a little da-da-da-da-da. But do you, in that situation, do you feel like you pulled on it enough for that call at that time?
I mean, that's not up for my judgment. You know, I was hoping he would let it go, but of course, you know, he's a ref. This is a big game, and it was a hold, so they called it.
How hard is it for a season that has been this special to end this way?
Oh, man, it sucks. It's a blessing to be here, you know, be able to compete in the Super Bowl, but it sucks to lose.
What did Nick say to you guys afterwards, James?
He was pretty much just trying to rally us together, you know, try to bring our spirits back up. But of course, you know, he knew we were hurt. He knew how much work we done put into this to get to this point. He was just pretty much thanking us for, you know, for the journey.
Did anyone else speak after the game to the locker room?
BG spoke, you know, he had a good message for us.
What do you say?
Pretty much, don't let this phase you in the long run, you know, work hard during the off season and fight your way back to this position.
James, there's obviously going to be a lot of changes in the offseason, possibly including you and everything. Like, does that kind of make this kind of like hard to sink in, you know, what happens now?
For the most part, you know, I'm just trying to be in the moment, not really trying to think about free agency right now. I'm just sad that we lost, you know.
Hey James, did you have a conversation with the ref afterwards? Did he any explanation for the reason behind the call or anything like that?
Nah, we knew that was kind of a win or go home play right there. That was a big play in the game, so there was no need for me to go talk to the ref.
As far as red zone defense, what wasn't working tonight that has been working this year?
I think just Pat Mahomes made some plays, you know. I think the first touchdown they had was an option in Will. I had a pivot in Will, you know, so they had some good plays in there. They had some good schemed up plays for us.
It seemed like the motion was an issue. What was it about their motion that gave you guys some trouble?
I mean, anytime a team gets in the red zone in motions, you got to be, as a secondary, you got to communicate well beforehand. Because down in the red zone, everything's side to side. It's not vertical anymore, and it's really hard to compete on those side to side plays. We were in a man call, and it was just tough for Vontae to cover that. It was just a tough play. They called a good play.
As a player, you've experienced up and down many times before. Obviously, this is a tough one here, but what is your process for letting things go so that you can move on and at some point let it fade?
I try to keep the same mindset through the year. You know, play Sunday. You know, you dwell in the outcome, whatever the outcome is. Move away from it on Monday. And I'm gonna try to keep that same mindset. But of course, this is a bigger game. We'll see.
Hey James, how about that Sky Moore touchdown? Can you run us through sort of your guys' play call and what you saw from them? It's the one where they went up 8.
Yeah, the Sky Moore touchdown, that was the one where he jetted and then went back and caught it in the flat, right? Correct? Yeah, so we were in a man call. And like I said before, jets and stuff down there, it's hard to cover. You got to communicate well. Vontae was kind of in a bind, going with the motion and then them hiking it and then him going back out. It was just a good play call versus our play call that we had.
I know you answered
it, but could you talk about the pass interference penalty?
Yeah, I mean, I put on his jersey. He ran a pivot and will, and the ref called it.
What was your reaction when the Chiefs decided not to score there in the Jared McKinnon run?
That was good situational football. You know, that's what you're supposed to do in that situation.
And now, sitting in this locker room at halftime of 10, what were you guys thinking?
I mean, my mindset was to go out there and play as if the score was 0-0.
What do you think the difference was in the second half, not having as much success on offense as you did in the first half?
I mean, I would just say a couple plays. We probably lacked on the details a little bit, you know. But other than that, I mean, we came, we fought, we competed, you know, and it didn't go our way today, you know. So all we can do is learn from this, get better, and help it mold us. Because you know this is a sour taste in our mouth. We don't want to feel this again.
And Jordan Mailata was saying they did bring more blitzes. It was hard to pick up some of them, so maybe they changed up some stuff. But
yeah, that's for the O-line. I don't be on the blitz.
Yeah. This team is so close. What was it like in the locker room afterwards, and you guys comforting each other? Nick Sirianni went around and hugged all of you.
I mean, that's just the team we have. I mean, since I've been here, I've only been here for a year, and this is more of a family than I've ever been around. You know what I'm saying? So like, it just shows the love, the work we put in, the adversity that we face to bring us closer. And yeah, man, I mean, it's a sad way to go out, but I will always remember this team, memories that we had this year. It will make me better for a long time.
Final question. Did it seem like as this game got going that it was going to be the team who had the ball last that was going to win?
Basically, that's what it definitely seemed like. Like I said, I mean, it just didn't go our way, and it was a tough game for us.
Can you kind of describe what happened on the tackle with Rollins? Like, you know, did you think he'd be out of the game?
No, I was just that's our called sweep ankle. Just trying to make a play. If he's fast dudes, he's running away from me and just try to get a piece of him. Yeah, so I mean, it's normal tackle.
TJ, how hard is it? Is it frustrating to go against a guy like that? What's it like?
I mean, he's we've been studying tape for a while now. And we've seen him make plays like that, and we're definitely confident coming in and things like that. But I mean, you got to give them their credit. They made a bunch of plays today, and we just weren't able to get off the field on third down or even get them to third and long in the second half. So it's tough to win when you play the game like that.
What are you thinking late in the first half, late in the second half? Their 35-hour tie ball game. Got 5 minutes left. What are you thinking going out of the huddle?
In the second half?
Yeah,
we just got to get a stop. I mean, this is it's the whole season right here, and we were confident in what we were doing. We just, yeah, man, they hit a couple big plays on some short yardage things and some things like that, and they just out-executed us for sure.
TJ, red zone defense in particular, what wasn't working today that typically is working for you guys?
I mean, I can't say without watching the tape or things like that. I just thought, they had a couple good plays there at the end, and they were really getting in the end zone. And we always want to hold them to 3 for sure, and we just couldn't do that. It's tough.
What was it about their motion that gave you guys trouble in the red zone?
I mean, not too much trouble. I mean, obviously it's they do a lot in terms of how they deploy guys in certain ways, and trying to mess with your eyes. So yeah, things like that kind of happen.
When McKinnon slid it at the 1 yard line before you end, is that the kind of play that, obviously pretty heads up at that time and everything? Like, what were you guys kind of looking at there?
Yeah, definitely heads up by him. I mean, it's a situation, we practice just in case, and, he's smart enough to get down. So, they're a well-coached team, and they came out and beat us today. It was, I thought we fought like crazy until the end, and, no quitting anybody, just like it has been all year. Just a tough outcome for sure.
You had so much success all year getting to the quarterback. Were they just really good up front?
I think at times they're getting the ball out of his hands quick, and obviously his mobility and how he moves around inside the pocket is really good. And yeah, I thought they held up, and again. Some of those quick answers that we were trying to take away, he found them in the second half for sure, and so that makes it tough on the D-line to get to him when it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, and 2nd and 2. It's tough to play the game like that.
On a third down in the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl, what's your thoughts on that defensive holding flag?
Yeah, I mean it's tough, but that's what they call it, so we gotta go with it. It's tough. It's definitely tough. It hurts, but. Man, that's how the game goes. Sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't, and you got to live with that for sure.
Is that something they typically let you play through?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see enough of it. I just know it's yeah, man, it's tough. You know, you never know which way those calls are going to go.
Did you guys feel like at the end of the game, if you were to get a stop, was there a high confidence level in Jalen and the offense to pull that out?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've had high confidence in our offense the entire year, and they delivered. I thought they delivered today. We just couldn't get off the field to get them the ball back, and kind of just ran out of possessions there at the end.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I don't know though. I'm proud of all the guys. I'm proud of my teammates. It's close. Whenever you're playing in this game, it's usually going to be close. You're playing good teams, and just didn't get it done. Hats off, obviously, to the Chiefs. So it's frustrating not to win, but it is what it is. Move on. Yeah, it's a frustrating one, but we made up for it, kind of. But yeah, it's there are plenty of mistakes to go around today. I certainly had mine. Everybody's going to want theirs back, but you don't get them back. But I thought, again, I thought we played hard. Jalen played a hell of a game. Probably one of the only reasons we were in it. So, really, really happy for the way Jalen played and performed. I don't think so. I mean, I think, we only got the ball a few times. We had, for the most part, we were moving the ball. We just kind of stalled out on a couple plays, stalled out on one with a blitz. Could have gotten into a better call on that one, which is frustrating. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm happy the way we played offensively and the way guys battled. What's that? Yeah, I'm just happy for him. Congratulations. It's hard to get here. I hadn't quite let the emotion get to me yet. I'm sure we'll have a more emotional interaction. Still frustrated at that point, but really, really happy for Trav. Played his ass off. That team deserves everything they had coming to them. They've earned it. Got a lot of respect for everybody in that organization. There's a lot of people in that organization that gave me my start in this league, including the head coach, Andy Reid. So obviously would have liked to win, but, happy for Trav for sure. Going to be an awkward podcast. But.
What was Jalen Hurts' reaction in the locker room afterward? I mean, he played a heck of a game.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was out on the field for a long time. I have not seen Jalen yet. I was not in there for a lot of the stuff, and I kind of came here pretty much right after.
Can you touch on the game that Jalen did play? You've been on this stage before, he hadn't. You mentioned it briefly, but including on the ground, how would you describe it?
Well, I think the ground, through the air, he made some obviously huge throws. Both offenses came ready to go. Kind of was one of those things where probably whoever had the ball last was going to be in a good situation. We knew when we gave it back to him with 5 minutes. You're hoping that somebody makes a play, but it's a tough task. I mean, that's Pat Mahomes is the MVP for a reason. He's a great quarterback. But yeah, I mean, I'm proud of Jalen Hurts, not just for the way he played tonight, for the way he played all year. He's clearly changed the dynamic of this team and offense. It's pretty hard to defend right now because of him.
So what message do you think it sent when after the fumble, he carried the ball on the first snap, he scored on that play, or on that next drive, keep going back to the rushing after the fumble? What message did that send?
I don't know. We all felt confident he was going to come back and make up for it. The fumble was obviously unfortunate, but, he definitely, I think, more than made up for that play. Gave us an outstanding chance to win that game, and played really well down the stretch, I thought.
Jason, one of the things Travis said next door was that despite winning the Super Bowl, one of the things he was proud of this season was kind of how you guys have become closer and the journey that you've had together. What has that meant to you as well?
Yeah, no, I think, I've talked to my brother more this year than I've talked to him since college probably. And he's an incredible person, and it's been truly a joy, probably one of my most enjoyable seasons, both as an Eagle and, as a brother. And, really, really happy for him. It's been awesome to talk to him every week, laugh with him every week, and I look forward to doing that in the off season. Going to be an awkward podcast for me, this next one, but can't win them all.
This will still be a special memory for you, even though it didn't.
Well, yeah, you'll always think about it, I'm sure. This is my first time losing a Super Bowl. And, right now I'm just thinking about the plays that, I wish I had back, as I'm sure everybody else is. But, it's the way it goes sometimes. I don't know. I'm not going to get into whether they got it right or wrong. I think they called it, and that's the way this goes. I've said this before. I'm never going to be somebody that puts a blame or anything on officials. It's a hard job. They make a call. It is what it is. And, there were multiple other moments in that game to take care of business. And, I think that, we were close, and we could have won that game without the officials without that call being a determining factor. I'll come. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think you go into every year thinking you're going to be a Super Bowl contender, and I don't really ever go into a season not anticipating this, to be honest with you, and I've only done it twice. The quarterback is a huge part of that. There's a reason why, there's a lot of similar faces that come back to the Super Bowl at the quarterback position, and late in games they become that much more important. And Jalen, I think, has proven that he is in that class of player that is going to give your organization an opportunity to compete for Super Bowls year after year. I mean, both teams have to play on it. I don't think it ended up being an advantage either way. I think both teams probably had their fair share of slips and whatnot. I thought it was fine. I mean, yeah, I thought it could have been a better field for sure. But, one of the beautiful things about football is you play the conditions of the day. I think, this is a dome, so you should always kind of probably have good field. But I don't necessarily like that. I like when it's raining and snowing, and, the teams that adjust on the day are the teams that end up deserving to win. So as long as it's not increasing the chance of injury, which it didn't look like it did, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Two more questions for Jason, please.
First time you've been on the future of this franchise. Jalen Hurts had another great performance tonight, but moving forward, you might get a contract extension. There's some other players that time might be coming up.
Sure.
What's your perspective on that?
I mean, this is the way the league works. I've seen, obviously Carson Wentz get a big contract, and I've seen guys get paid across the league, and, Howie Roseman has a lot of work this offseason. There's a lot of free agents and a lot of guys coming up, and that's one of the things that's frustrating is obviously we knew as a team that it was going to look very different the next year, and there are a lot of guys that had been here for a long time, and we'll see how that unfolds over the offseason. But all in all, it's good for the organization. It's good for the Eagles. It's a good position to be in when you're having to make these decisions. That means everybody was playing well, and you're evaluating players and signing good players. So I have full confidence that we'll have a great team next year, and Howie will do a good job of figuring out that side of it.
Next year, last one, please.
What's up?
Next year, you're coming back.
I'm not saying that yet. We'll see. I think, there's a lot of factors at that, and I think, one one day I'll soon, hopefully I can answer that question.
We didn't put our best foot, forward this game. I mean, I give all credit to Kansas City, man. I mean, they came out, them boys played hard to the end, and like I told the team, don't forget what you did this year. It's gonna only serve us well for next year. Feel this sting, because it definitely hurt, man. I mean, boy, it's sting. It's like, man, you could taste it, you could feel it. You knew all you had to do was make a play. If us being on defense, we all together, man. But we know that it sucked that we couldn't get off the field or make it stop, for the offense, because the offense, put us in position, and we just got it. They got us in the end, man, and all credit go to Kansas City. Had a great year, man, and I'm just gonna feel this one for a minute, man. But I'm definitely gonna make me stronger for this comeback. It was just me and Jalen. Nick did too. He was the first one. Brought us up, and then I was just telling the boys, stay together, because we put this team together well, and had a togetherness like no other this year. And like I told them, get credit to Kansas City. They made plays to win the game, and that's just a credit. Mahomes, man, great quarterback. Jalen, they're gonna be battling for years to come. And it's just great to see. Just the game of football, just getting better and better, man. And them boys, they played today, man. I just gotta give them all that credit. And yeah, I mean, I think that they made the plays in the second half to help themselves win the game, and we didn't make enough plays. And it definitely sucked, because we know we left some stuff out there, man, and we definitely gonna sit back on this one.
Brandon, why so much trouble getting pressure on Pax's?
You know what? I just think that they just did a great job getting that ball out, getting that ball out of his hands. A lot of quick stuff. We knew that going in, and then when we did get him, when we was close to getting him, it was just Mahomes making plays, and then that last little holding play, boy, that hurt us. That hurt us definitely when we was about to get off on third down. Third down wasn't really good to us today, and we know what all we did wrong is, and we just gonna own it and sit in this for a minute and try to figure out for next year, how we just make sure that we get better from that.
Make it sting more that it was just so close there at the end.
Yeah, it stung, because you lose off a field goal at the end. Yeah, them boys they played, man. That's all I can say, man. I'm definitely gonna cry in the car on this one, because this one stung, because we can taste it. We felt it, and we know all we needed was one. We just couldn't make that play. And like I said, I take my hat off to Kansas City, because they made the play, man. And like I say, we got a team. We got a real good team. Howie done put a great team together. Man, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. But I'm definitely know the Philly gonna be back. I trust them refs, man. The refs gonna make the call in the moment of the game, and that one right there, that one stung a little bit, but we shouldn't even put ourselves in that position. Jalen, he owned this stuff. We all owned our stuff, because it's a lot of stuff that we didn't like that we wish we could have took back. Jalen for sure was like, man, it's on me on the fumble. It's like, nah, we all together, man. Don't even start singling plays and all that, but we know all that stuff matter, and it adds up. And we just know that on defense, it wasn't the best that we've been doing. And like I say, I just give all the credit to Kansas City, because they came out and they played and they fought back. And at the end of the day, nobody said it was going to be easy. It's definitely going to be worth it if you make the plays, and it was worth it for Kansas City this time. Just after the game, just we all was talking, just kind of reminiscing on the game, and he just tried to apologize to the team, but it was like, nah, man, we all together. And that's what make this team special, because everybody own their stuff, but we all know we all together, and we gonna stay together on this. And people gonna say what they gonna say, but don't worry about all that because at the end of the day, somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. I just hate that we lost the way we did, but at the end of the day, definitely gonna it's only gonna serve us well for the future if people handle it the right way, and I think we will. Nah, James been playing lights out all year, and like everything just added up on us this game, and like I said, it was a fun year still, but we know that we can taste it. It was right there, and like I said, somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, and Mahomes and them, I give it all the credit to them because them boys came out and played, and they did what they had to do to win the game, and defense stepped it up on their side, and we just couldn't get off the field. And like I said, I just give them all the credit because, we gonna own this and we gonna feel it. But I do believe Philly gonna be stronger next year.
We'll take a couple more for BG.
Brandon, with the free agents that the franchise is going to have to deal with this offseason, was there some added motivation to get the job done?
Yeah, I mean, you wanted that because, every year it's a different team. But I think Howie knows everybody upstairs does a great job of knowing who they need to bring back, knowing where we can go in the draft. And, but it would have been so nice, having that parade while we all could still be together for this year. And then had that ring ceremony in June. That would have been our whole thing on keeping that team together. But I'll never forget this team. We worked our butt off, man, and they know what it takes. They seen what it took all year. And that's why I said it's going to serve us well for when we make this run again.
Take two more.
He obviously had the choice to make. He said his future's up in the air. How much would you hope that choice is coming back next year?
Who?
Jason Kelce.
Oh, man. Boy, I know. I know Jason definitely got a lot of thinking to do. And I know that he going to make the right choice for his family. I love that guy, man, because I see him day in and day out. The stuff that he went through this year with, little injuries that he was dealing with, little stuff that he was dealing with, but you couldn't tell. Because, he got a heart of a lion. And I wish I could have got it for a lot of guys like Quinn. Robert Quinn came in, and, I was just happy, that he got to this point. And I just knew we was about to, bring it home for him. But at the end of the day, like he said, man, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to actually get here, win, lose, or draw. He said he had a lot of fun, and I did too. And like I said, you don't know what the future holds for next year. We didn't even know this moment was going to be here like this. We believed it in the beginning of the year, but it's like, man, you got to go prove it. And today, Kansas City proved that they deserved a win, and they went out there and they did what they had to do. And like I said, these leaders going to make sure for next year, people that's feeling this pain is going to make sure they come back stronger next year.
This will be the last question.
What's the feeling when they're just taking knees and there's not a whole lot you can do there at the end?
Just hope and pray that he missed the kick, something go in our favor. But you shouldn't even put yourself in that position. You got to make plays to get off the field on defense. But like I said, it's all credit to Kansas City because they play, man, and when you got guys that's been there before, they just kept playing, man, and that's what we was doing. But that it's a lot of stuff that hurt us, and I just give them all the credit, man, because that's yeah. We'll be back next year.
Thanks, BG.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to talk about it? You guys all saw it. You saw what he could do. It's not bad for assistant QB, if you ask me. I'm just so proud of him. He's talking right now over there. Proud of everything he's accomplished and overcome week after week during the regular season. And so I love him, man. I love him. He's a great leader. Leads by example and never lets any situation get the better of him. Just stays cool, calm, collected all year round. What mistake? That's definitely not on him. Sure, he had the ball, but if you knew the scheme of the play we were running, it's on the offensive line. It's not really the Jalen thing. You know, there was somebody that we didn't account for, and he ended up making a great play. And you know, this is football, and we don't account for those things to happen, but it's the nature of the game.
A lot of guys have been talking about the field conditions.
Mhm.
May have been a little bit subpar. Does that affect the way
I mean, it's definitely subpar for sure, but both teams had to play on it. You know, we had to deal with the situation, the circumstances. We can't control the field. We just have to accept the reality of the situation, and whoever can perform, you know, the best wins the game, and we fell short.
What was wrong with it? Was it just slippery? You couldn't get your foot?
Yeah, slippery. Not a grass expert, but it's pretty slippery. So.
How disappointing is that, just given the fact that this is the biggest game of the year?
Again, it's whoever can weather the conditions, man. If it was raining, windy, it comes down to who can handle the conditions the best. No, just my fiance. Yeah, I gave her a quick call. So.
You know how much turnover there is year after year in the NFL, and no two teams are ever really the same. What are you going to think about when you look back on this 2022-2023 team?
Probably the locker room. We really built a great brotherhood, and that started from Sirianni, and I have to thank him for that, because our locker room is a very tight-knit group, and yeah, I'm just proud of the guys, man. Just very, very proud. Maybe his age. You know, he's quite young, and we can relate. He's very approachable. Some will say he's a player's coach, and I 100% agree. He's just amazing. Mm-hmm. What can you say the last end of your question, please? Just executing the plays, trusting in the coaching and the play calling. Excuse me. Yeah, and just trusting in the coaches that they were going to put us in a great position, and from there we had to go out and execute. And so we just kept the ball rolling. We just always focused for 4 seconds at a time, and then move on to the next play, regardless if it was a minus or a plus. We just focus for 4 seconds and execute our jobs. I mean, there are a lot of plays, dude. I can't really recall a play right now, but there's a lot of plays I want back. That's just how I feel. But yeah, got to watch the film. Probably watch the film on the bus ride back if they have it uploaded.
That includes all Kansas City Chiefs post-game interviews.
Last one, please. You played for a while now with Kelce, and you said that you just make about his stats for next year. What has he meant to you? And you hope, obviously, that he's coming back.
Yeah, trust me, I hope he comes back. He's one of the greatest leaders I've ever met, I've ever known, and one of the greatest players that I've ever played with. And it's been such an honor to play with him. He's meant the world to me because he's taught me with such brutal honesty how to play this game, and he's only done that because he loves me. He wants me to be great, and for me it was all about chasing greatness and chasing the standard that Kelce set in that room.